Okay, I'm back in my little garden, just coming up on it. It's my little entrance that's falling apart. Most of the flowers are already finished. There's a little bit of flowering going on here. These I can remove. Some radish went to bloom. Blackberry growing. There are some roses on the very top. Grapes are down. You can see the grapes inside. There are some roses down here as well. I just need to get inside into my little mess. You can see more grapes. They just finished blooming. Actually going to be decent grapes. Let me get inside. I haven't really done anything this year. I'm keeping it very simple. There are some of them tomatoes which I need to stake, getting big. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be Rochelle's favorite tomato, and Anthony Bourdain, or the one that she sent me seeds for. Either way, we'll have tomatoes. There are some alpine strawberries. They're blooming, they're growing. There are some cherry tomatoes on the back, also setting blooms. You can see small cherry tomatoes, lots of blooms. There's some peppers, also gonna bloom. Some scallions. There's this little guy that has some cherry tomatoes on it. This is a tumbler, so it does not get more than a foot tall, but it has tomatoes on it. Some sweet peppers, and these are shelling peas, alderman peas. They're gonna get really tall, so the cage is all the way up to 8 feet, and hopefully we'll have some peas. They're still growing, not really seeing any flowers on it yet. They were planted a lot later than all others. Right now, just gonna switch view. Our strawberries coming to an end. Still see some reds. The blackberries are blooming like crazy. This is only first year for the blackberries after transplant, so I don't expect a lot of flowers, but they are gonna bloom. This bed has been mulched with straw, so it looks like heck. Dirty, I don't like it, but hopefully it will help the tomatoes. Tomatoes have been planted very late and they're struggling with the heat. Have some herbs. This is oregano on the corner. There's some garlic sticking out. There's some parsley next to it. So, little things. This bed's pretty much done. Just tomatoes and some leftover radish. You can probably pull some of it out. There's some salads in here. These salads are actually nice. This radish is yellow. I guess you can pull it out, or I can let it go to seed. I think I'm gonna let it go to seed. There's some white radish that went to seed on the back. You can see all the flowers because I need seeds for the fall. There's some basil here in the corner and little eggplant. As I said, I'm keeping everything very small and very basic. A couple of tomatoes for my Rutgers project. Not gonna do anything much with them. Just need to trim a couple of leaves when they get bigger. They came in very small and they came in very sick. They're getting a little bit better. There is new growth on them, but they came in a really sad condition. These are some of my peas that I have been picking for at least 2 weeks now. And strawberries. These strawberries were already done. They were early varieties. There's some strawberries still remaining. I see some red. I'm gonna There's strawberries. They're still here. I'm gonna really look for these. But anyway, I wanted to show you these peas. This is a shelling variety Arrow. One of the most tastiest variety of shellings that I know of. This one getting a little long. I need to tie it up before the birds get to it. Inside are the regular snap peas, which I've been eating. They were a little condensed here. There's some peas sticking around. I still have to pick some out. The very tall stalk for the seed of carrots. Don't know if I really wanted them, but let it grow. You can see all the peas. I've been coming here and eating them pretty much daily. And what's growing here is a fava bean. This is something that most people do not grow. It has these white flowers. Let me zoom in on the flower so you can see it. Once they're done flowering, you get beans. Some of them are better than others. So I'm going to take one bean apart and show you. Let's see if I can crack it. It's not really cooperating with me much. Here we go. There's beans inside. This is what we call broad bean or fava bean. The bean inside is what you want to eat. When it's this tender, you don't have to peel it. Once it gets drier, then you do have to peel it because the outer edge will be very chalky. Here, you can see the inside bean. But right now it's very tender and you don't really have to peel it. You can eat it raw. You can boil it literally or steam it for a couple of minutes, no more than 2 minutes, because you're just going to destroy the taste. Or toss it on a skillet. I like them raw. I'm gonna let them grow a little bit longer. There's some on the back as well. So it's my snacks, nothing more than that. What it's doing in this bed is fixing nitrogen for me. Last year I had a lot of tomatoes in this bed and this bed was kind of depleted. So the beans are going to fix the nitrogen. And then in the fall I can plant some greenery in here. When I planted some of the lettuces, we had them, but they were not doing as great as I was hoping for. So the beans will fix the problem. Still have lettuce to eat, more than enough for us to eat. This is Black Simpson, regular lettuce that you get in the store. Lots for us to eat. Don't really need a lot, but this is enough for us. And again, this is the bed that was growing with tomatoes, carrots. There's even one largish tomato already in it. As I said, they're a little struggling right now. They were planted very, very late. And it's okay. It's fine with me. I need to go and pick some of these remaining strawberries. Come in the garden, pick a snack. There's a little zucchini plant that I planted. Needs to be fed. It's not doing great. I'm neglecting everything this week. Oh, hopefully the blackberries will do well. In the meantime, I'm just gonna shut off, give you one more look at my grapes, and say good night.